Hey, we are back. I had some technical issues. My screen is blocked. I couldn't move it. See, now we're back on track. Okay, I was telling you that we can run this command over here. That it finds the vulnerable scripts that are built in Nmap, and we also want all the information. We want the version, the operating system, the ports, the states, and everything, right? So this is the version I was telling you, since we were talking about protocol FTP, file transfer protocol, and on port 21. We mentioned that you can go to the internet and find this by writing exploit like that, exploit, and this is the version, right? We already have the version over here. See, so you just come, copy the version, and then you just go and you just look for it, or just go like that and see what appears. See, and the information, man, is billions and billions and billions of different type of information. So you will always find something related to what you're looking for. Okay, there we go. In Spanish, since I'm a Spanish individual, it comes mostly in Spanish too. But what I'm saying is that you can find the information that you want. You just gotta look over here. See, it tells you this is Nmap, so you can even go over here too and find the information. By the way, I forgot to mention to you that this is really, really good because you can find all the information that you want about Nmap. Okay, everything. Like you want to know about script, you just look, you say script, and it will find everything about script. Okay, everything. Or you just gotta say, and it will be fine. And it show you what command to run and everything. See, I got it in Spanish, like I said, but you can switch and look for it. There is a lot of information, brother. So there's nothing stopping. Okay, so we're gonna go into MSF console now. So now that we have this, so how we gonna do it? So we open another tab, and we say MSF console. This, what it does is, instead of looking at it manually, it helps us to do it automatically. Okay, everything is automated. Like you can get backdoors through this. Look how many exploits it has. 2,600 and more exploits. 1,300 auxiliaries. 1,700 payloads. It's a lot. So let's say the first command that you might need to know is this one, help. Okay. So actually, what it does is it explains you. Okay. It explains you, give you the information. So now the second command, since we are looking for exploit, is search. You're gonna search in here. You're gonna search in here for whatever we're looking for. So we're looking for a vulnerability that is about HTTP, right? No, FTP. I forgot the name. Sorry about that. FTP. Okay. So we got the version of FTP over here, file transfer protocol. So we copy it. Control Shift and C copies. Then we go to the other terminal over here. So we search Control Shift D, and look, bang, it gives us this information. See, it gives us this information, because you can also look like this too. You can say search FTP, but it's too much information. So when you look with the version of the vulnerability, is way quicker. Okay, so you say search, and it gives you the information. So this is a backdoor. So the next command is about info. It gives you a description of what it's about. Oh, no, hold on. Okay, so set first we got it. You got to use 0 because it's 0, and then we asking for information. I haven't set it up yet. Now we can do info, and it will give us the information. Okay, it will give us what it's about. This module exploits a malicious backdoor that was added to the VSFTPD download archive. This backdoor was introduced in the. Well, there you got it. So basic option, what you need is over here. It's telling you that you need port 21, yes, and you need the remote host. So let's look for options like that. And right now, that's the information that gives us. That's how you're going to look what you need. So we need the current settings. We need to set. You say set is another command. Set or host or remote hosts, and then you give it the IP. In my case, my IP of Metasploit is this one, 192.168.100.18. Okay, because we're running in a virtual environment. We don't have nobody. We don't mess with nobody. That's how you get things done without getting problems. Okay, so set or host, remote host, and then you say 192. In my case, 192.168. In your case, it will be whatever is your target machine, right? 168.100.18. And we set it. After we set it, says over here set, but we go and we do options again, and you make sure it's set. Now, as you can see, it says the current setting. Yes, it's done. So now this is ready to run. You can say exploit like this, or you can say run, whatever, exploit, or you can say run, whatever it is. Okay, so you say run, and it's trying to get us in there. Backdoor service has been spawned. So look, command shell session 1 open. So it's telling me that this computer, the hacker's computer on this port, is already over here. So if we do who am I, for example, to know who am I? Oh, it says root. But which root? So you say your name, dash A, and it says Linux Metasploitable. As you can see, you're already in there. Okay, so now you can do pretty much anything. So if you do ls-l, here's the information. Okay, so if you do cd home/home, okay, we do ls, it gives us -l. It gives us the information that has. Okay, this is the user. For example, if you do cd msf admin, for example, and we change to the directory and we say ls-l, it tells us what we have in here. Okay, see, this I run this inside it. Okay, so if I go to Metasploitable and I do this, if I do ls-l, see, by the way, I run this every time I start this unit. I run this command. I can automate it too, but I like to have it manually. So I run this command to tell them that firewall, to tell them to not connect to internet, to make sure that it doesn't go out. Okay, Kali Kali only connects to my Kali machine, nothing else, okay? And I run it, so it says MSF admin. What? MSF, oh, okay, I already ran it. See, I didn't need to write my password, sorry about that. Okay, so if I want to, okay, let's move out of there. I was going to go show you what I meant by not getting connected to anywhere else. Okay, so we have this, now we go into, this is Metasploitable, now we can exit. Metasploitable, okay, now another we can find now another target. As you can see, we already had access into that system, and you can upload files, download files, like extract information from the database. You can create all these backdoors. You can create keyloggers. You can do whatever, because you're the root. You can take over the whole system. So let's go to another vulnerabilities. As you can see, as you can move forward, you can find different vulnerabilities for each port, okay, and so on and so on. Let's check this one. So what's the version? Let's copy the version, and like that we look for it too. Control copy, and then we go over here so you can remember. So and we say search. And as you can see, it gives us, this is auxiliary. With this one, what it does, it tells you if it has a vulnerability. Like it checks before. With the exploit, it goes directly into it. And the rank of this one is excellent. So let's try this one. So we say command use. And we, instead of writing the whole path, we can say 0, like that. We use 0, as you can see. Now, if you want no payload configuration, we know that. So you can say options, like I was showing you, and it will tell you, okay, options. So what it needs this payload to run, it needs to be set up, okay? This is the port, remote port. It already has it. You need a remote host, so we got to set it up, okay? This is our local host that is already connected. I think I already showed you my IP. So let me open another just so you can see it is IPA. I show it like that so you can see it. What the fuck? Like, yeah, that was fconfig. So as you can see, this is my IP, okay? So let me close this. Now we already know that, so we can set, the command is set or host, remote hosts, and we can say 192.168.100.18. We set it up, and then we do options again to see if it's already set up, and it tells you over here, is set up? Yes. Remote host is set up? Yes. Port is set up? Yes. Local host, here it is set up. Local port, so it's going to be listening on this. Okay, listen port, it will be listening on 444, okay, yes. Now before we go there, we can do info, so you can know more about this. This module exploits a command execution vulnerability in some of and it tells you everything, right? If you want to go and look for more information, it tells you over here, okay? So it tells you over here. So you can copy this too and go look for it. Let's copy over here. And we open a Firefox, space this, and see what it gives us, okay? It tells us National Vulnerability Database. Over here, you will find a lot of information too, a lot of information. So when you want to find things about vulnerabilities, you can come to this site and find different kind of information that you're looking to. So there we go, brother. Okay, let me cut this off. Let me shut this off. Okay, so now, since we already have it set it up, all we got to do is run it. So we say exploit, because you can put run and you can say exploit, and see if it connects us. So starting a reverse TCP handler. So what it does is I don't know if you know this, but when it has firewall, a system has firewall, okay, we're already in. When the system has a firewall and you want to connect to that system, it will block your connection. But when it says reverse TCP, pretty much it's a reversal. It's from the other side that the victim computer connects to us. So if we do, for example, now if we do who am I? It says root. So you say your name, let's say for example, and boom, we're already there. And that's how you find vulnerabilities and you exploit them. And this could be in any system. You can, and every computer needs to connect. So if, imagine this, there are 65,536 ports in internet. Now, there always will be ports open, running services, and when they don't have good security, they're not updated, for example, there will always be this type of vulnerabilities because human error, we are pretty lazy, or I don't know, man. But the thing is that this Metasploit is fantastic. You can get into the equipment quick and take control of it. Seriously. And that's it, brother. What else you need? What else do you need? I mean, you can do whatever, right? You can take control of any of the system, okay? So if you do slash etc, let's see if it shows. So cd slash etc. So it gives us everything that it has, configuration files. Brother, this is the money. Okay, I'm gonna leave you here. You can, let's exit. You can go through this on your own time. I'm just sharing with you so you can practice and you can move on. So within perhaps 6 months from now, you can have a cybersecurity job. With all this course, it's taken pretty much from the beginning to the end. We're gonna go into burp set. That will be the next section of this course. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. And like I said, I'm still in the process as anybody else. Something I noticed about being a hacker or being a penetrating tester is that you don't need to memorize all this. All you gotta do is investigate. All you gotta do. So if you want, for example, like I was telling you about MAP, we went through it, right? So you can just say, man, MAP, and you will have the manual of MAP, and it gives you everything you need, everything. So nothing's stopping you, brother. Nothing's stopping you. Okay, there you go. You just gotta be curious. You just gotta go one day at a time, little by little. Like I said, I don't have much time because I gotta work. I have a family to support, so I dedicate half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, half an hour, 1 hour, every day. It takes a while for me because I gotta feed the family. But if you're young, you got the time, and you love this is power, baby. I mean, you can literally get into anybody's system anywhere in the world. And imagine you get a good job. you can work from anywhere. You can go visit your family somewhere, and from there you just get your laptop, and you're getting paid because you're working remotely, right? Or you can be in another country, which is my goal. I'm trying to get a good job remotely. You know, I'm from El Salvador, but I live in Mexico, and the currency in these countries are not that great. So I want to get a job from, I don't know, England, Germany, US, Canada, where the cash is more, we can see a better living, right? And that's what I would like for you or anybody else. I would like young people to find and upgrade their skills so they can earn a good living, because things are rough sometimes, okay? So take care. It's always a pleasure. Until the next one. Bye-bye.